Hi, good people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. As you can see in front of me, I have a very hype fragrance at this current moment for review. I got it to do a review, and I must tell you, this is an impressive one. I saw this fragrance like one of the pages they were selling it. I saw just this box. It's a page is called Fragrantica Bangladesh. I buy a lot of fragrances from them, Middle Eastern fragrance and all. So I saw this and I did not see the bottle or anything. I had no clue what this is. So I thought like it's just another maybe dupe of something, but no one was talking about it until recently. I think maybe one of our group members, Thomas, perhaps posted about it like, "Hey, what's the deal with this fragrance?" And I saw the bottle and I was like, "Whoa, man, what is this fragrance bottle? It's just so cool in presentation." Then I checked out the review. I think a few of the reviewers reviewed this. Some of the great reviewers reviewed it, and I was surprised to know this is a dupe of two very popular fragrances. Okay, one would be Blue Electric by YSL La Nuit de l'Homme line, and of course the OG. Also, I keep it here, La Nuit de l'Homme, my 2014 batch. So this is set to be a replacement for both. Okay, combined. Okay, that is a big news. And I'll show you a couple of other fragrances also, comparing this to a couple of other fragrances which are also dupe of La Nuit de l'Homme. Okay, so La Nuit de l'Homme, let me talk about this one in a bit. Let me show you the presentation on this, then we'll talk about the fragrance and all that. So here is a beautiful presentation. You can see this is actually written J, sorry, it's written J, but I think it's the fragrance is called Jack of Clubs. I think that's the name, and it's basically a card theme presentation. And you can see actually the Jack and everything. This is like the card visualization, and it's 80 ml. Okay, 80 ml. Keep that in mind. And I think it's from House of Fragrance World. Okay, and made in Dubai. These are basically like you can consider Armaf, Latafa, all these Middle Eastern houses under one umbrella. So I'll just show you one other interesting thing. When you open this, if you've never seen one, they give you the fragrance, which I took out already, obviously, and they give you a deck of cards. I never seen that in a presentation, and this is not a gimmicky card. I haven't opened it. Oh, it came out, sort of. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to open it. But this is actually a set of deck of cards which can be used to play, you know. So, oh man, it's getting messy. Anyway, so it stays like that, and that is so cool. I never seen anything like this anybody gave. A very creative one. And the box basically looks like presentation of Amouage, okay, or Zerjoff, or something like, I don't know, some interesting niche house would make. The bottle here is the reason why I was interested to buy this. Take a look at the bottle. It's beautiful. It got the metal plate in front. You can see the card, kind of a presentation is J. Another reason is J is for my name, Joy, right? So maybe, you know, it made me happy. Juice color is beautiful, yellow. And cap, it's beautiful. Let me just show you the cap. Look at that. I mean, this is called presentation, man. This is something pleasing to eye. It says Fragrance World at the back. They are stepping on the game, like stepping up on the game, and the logo of Fragrance World. So they take it out. I think it got decent weight to the cap. Atomizer works. I'm wearing this here. Let me spray once more. Sprayer is okay. Good. Not really excellent. This one doesn't click onto place. Neither is it a very strong grip. So be careful while handling it. So let this settle down. I don't have a notes breakdown of this, but as I told you, this is going to be an alternative to these two fragrances. How good this is, we'll talk about longevity, what I got from it, and in warm weather. Okay, and I also will talk about two of the other, or a couple of the other replacements you can possibly look at. So this one, original La Nuit de l'Homme. Okay, you guys, if you do not know by now, La Nuit de l'Homme is the chocolatey, cardamom, bergamot, lavender fragrance, which has the sexy, you know, night out theme. This is basically night of a man. This is what La Nuit de l'Homme means. And this one got more hype than the original called L'Homme by YSL, and now extremely expensive. And the newer batches are not this color of juice. Okay, the newer one's going to be much lighter, but juice color doesn't determine fragrance performance. But the older batches like 2014, I don't have a vintage, but if you have this kind of batches older, 2018 even, that performs really well. I have a few of the other bottles. So that is one of my most complimented sexy night out fragrance. But people have complaints with that reformulation. So they released this Blue Electric, and I got a partial of it. Beautiful blue juice color. This is not Eau Electric, this is Blue Electric. And this one is more fresher take on La Nuit de l'Homme, lasts longer, and it's more versatile. It actually brings back glory of old Lanuidolum, but it got immediately discontinued because perhaps it was a limited time release. So basically, this is super expensive now. Even Lanuidolum, I have seen in shops people asking for hundred something dollars. Okay, Blue Electric people asking for $150. Okay, minimum. So as an alternative, how is this fragrance? Okay, let's talk about this and compare to some of the other alternatives. So when I smell this, man, fragrance world, I have reviewed a few fragrances. Okay, I do not hold them like as a value more than Latafa. I'm like not as impressed by fragrance world like as Latafa did for me. Their presentation, everything. Latafa for me is like Maison Alhambra. Latafa is that leading uh, market uh, perfume makers who are doing awesome clones with amazing value. This one, the price is at around $30. Okay, for 80 ml. The prices, you can say it's cheap. Definitely, it's affordable. I mean, if $30 was going to give you a fragrance, but nowadays they are $20 also, so it's a little bit more expensive than those. But look at the presentation; it makes up for it. Only complaint you might have is why is it 80 ml? Okay, if this was 100, that would be great. I understand, and I do not know if there's any other letter series like Q for Queen, K for King, or A for Aces. I don't know if they're gonna release that or already have it, but this is the one I have. So this one bit looks like Marc Antoine Barrois Ganymede bottle, right? A little bit. So presentation really impressed me. Price is very good. I have no issue with the pricing, but do your maths. If $30, 28, $30 is your 80 ml, 100 ml is gonna be like 30 something dollars, give or take, right? And in UK and US could be a little bit more expensive because of the charges. So let me tell you, when I saw, I think his name is Cascade Sense. I forgot his name, man. I think his name is Chaos Fragrance. Sorry, not Cascade Sense. Chaos Fragrance. Cascade Sense, I think, is another reviewer. So he did about 3 weeks back, and I think Thomas Lynn Sense, he's also a great nose. I love his reviews. He also reviewed. And then my good bro, Aromatics, Need, he did review this. I saw these three reviews, and there are other reviewers who talked about it. So now, moment of truth. This fragrance, first of all, performance. Okay, let's talk about performance. I go like that. Performance wise, it's warm weather right now, very hot and humid, hardly any breeze. So we're waiting for one more month just before the winter starts here. It gets warm. I'm giving you idea of weather so you'll know which weather it will perform how. So in warm weather, for the first opening 1 hour, it's projecting a lot. On my shirt, it lasts also, but I feel the projection is not super heavy. Okay, like it has like a 35 to 45 minutes like projection. Then you can detect it. People can smell it on you, but you really have to go a little bit like a heavy on the trigger on the shirt. Like I would go 6 to 7 sprays. Okay, to make it like visible to others. Okay, so in warm weather, this is not a beastly performer. I would say it's around 7 out of 10. Okay, decent, but projection is not subpar with your Blue Electric. Blue Electric really is a beast. Even Lanuidolum for me projection is more than this. But then the scent, it's so good in a way it replicates the original Lanuidolum slash Blue Electric. I can get hint of both. You know, this one minuses the blue vibe. Okay, but that cardamom, the citruses, it's just top notch. How close this is, so how beautiful this is, so good. I did not expect that from this house at all. I'll be honest with you. And previously, I reviewed a couple of other fragrances which are similar to Lanuidolum, one of the best clones. I don't have that bottle. I don't know where I kept my bottle, but Albayt Al Dimashq is El Nuit. Like this kind of bottle comes. This one is a Sauvage Elixir Man. But I have my El Nuit somewhere. That fragrance, if I keep it here, is the best alternative to Lanuidolum until now. No doubt. Even this one cannot beat this. Okay. Albayt Al Dimashq is such a talented house. What they make is pure nuclear stuff. If you buy El Nuit, then you already do not need anything else. If you layer this with Lanuidolum, you are a king. This one will make Lanuidolum last at least 8 hours. Okay. So performance and projection, I still prefer Albayt Al Dimashq, no doubt. But presentation wise and value wise, this is a small little bottle, I think 60 ml or 75 ml, sorry, yeah. And this is 80. So you get a little bit more juice, and Albayt is about $5 more. So in that way, this is a better one. Another one, I think I bought long time back. I don't know if I have the bottle. Let me get that. That is a very long time back. I got it during the COVID time. Look at all the dust it collected. I don't use it anymore. Let me wipe it. This was the Nike's fragrance, which was one of my first Lanuidolum clones that I got. I reviewed. I got some views as well. This fragrance is called Nike, the perfume. I think this is called Man Intense. Okay, this is the fragrance. I also keep it here. Okay, that one is very weak in performance. Okay, Man, this bottle got really dirty. The dust and all that got it. So this one is very good opening wise. It's so impressive. Smells just like Lanvin Alarm, but very cheap and very performance is really weak on me, you know. So for the price is not a problem. That one costed me like under, I don't know how much, $7. But the one that I really said, okay, was replacement, good replacement for Blue Electric is this one, Guess Seductive from Blue, okay. And I stand by this fragrance even today. This fragrance is such a value. Let me tell you why. Guess gives you this fragrance under 25 to 35 bucks, and you get 100 ml full bottle. Whereas this one, Jack of Cards or Jack of Clubs, sorry, it's 80 ml, so 20 ml more juice there. And this one, it's also close to Blue Electric. After the dry down, I cannot distinguish between this and this. And if you ask me personal opinion, this is actually good performer, just like this. Maybe 1 hour more or less. Okay, maybe this will outperform by longevity, but then again, you get 20 ml juice. So I'm saying all three are good. All three are good. It's up to you what you want. If you want the presentation, you go for this one from Fragrance World. I have seen, I would say, no issue. I don't see any issue. People are gonna be feeling cheated because the deck of cards really make up for a presentation box and the smell. I think it's a buy. I think this is a very seriously good release. But um, if you ask me, what are the downsides? Maybe projection could be a little bit better. One. Second thing is this fragrance in the opening, it's missing as usual. You know, you cannot find that exact even until now. Lanvin rich cardamom and bergamot. That opening is just sweet and then a little bit of a dense, you know, like that beautiful magic. All these three fail to achieve. That's one thing you're gonna miss. If you want Lanvin in that way, you wanna get this fragrance. If you really want the best out of all this is the one, but it's gonna cost you money. So in the end, where does this one stand among all these? Okay, I'll tell you. Albait Aldibashki, if you buy the El Nuit, okay, you are set. If you go 2 to 3 sprays, this fragrance lasts. This fragrance lasts 7, 8 hours plus. So this is the best performer. Then Guess, and this I would say out of these two, they're a tie. However, the tie this 80, this 100 ml, because the presentation, this one takes the cake. This bottle, you cannot deny, it looks sexy. The cards, the box, it makes up for me, and the smell is spot on. Even it's a little bit more closer to Lanvin de L'Homme compared to Guess, but the Guess is a winner too. It's a champ. This is not a review of this perfume. Even if you get any of these three, you're not gonna miss out much. So it's your call. Okay. If you ask me, this is a buy. It's a collector's item. And you spend a lot of money buying a lot of fragrances. I think this fragrance will be so worth it. I'll give it like a 10. 10. You heard that right? Even though it's not a beast performer, but the presentation, price, how close this is to the smell, and that extra set of cards, you know, they give, that thing really made me happy. So it's a fun fragrance. You can try the fragrance. If you like it, then get it. But I think everybody should keep one bottle in their collection because these look so awesome. Thanks for watching. Time to move on to the second video. Take care.